I don't know what else is the problem. It should say Barre Beat at the top. Well, thank you for watching the Barre Beat podcast live from Inside Scoop Studios here, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. With us tonight, of course, we have the ever lovely Raylene.
Listen, it's been a hot minute since I've been in the studio.
I know.
I've been sick for a long time.
You have been.
I think the last time I was in the studio was the Thursday before the inauguration.
Yep, that makes it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a hot minute.
But I mean, I'm getting better.
Getting better?
Yeah.
I'm not dead yet. I'm getting better.
That's right. That's right. You know.
It was touch and go there for a little while.
I was concerned. I mean, I still have my moments for sure.
Yeah.
You know, where I get super tired very, very quickly, easy, having a hard time breathing. This is crazy stuff that's going around. It started with influenza A, and it went from that to pneumonia. And from there, I ended up with some fluid and an infection around my heart. And so, you know, you have to get to the point of infection before the doctor, you're taking antibiotics or any sort of medication. And then I have this cough that will not go away. It's there. And when I get tired and I start struggling to breathe, then I start coughing.
Are you taking your vitamin C?
Yes, and actually I've been using that, what is it called, Emergency, every morning, which is potent vitamin C and zinc. And then at night I've been drinking elderberry tea. Because everybody said the elderberry was a really good thing to do. But I'll tell you, that stuff is bitter. It takes a lot for me to suck down a cup of that. But yeah.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Yeah.
I got two Monty Python
All
references
in the first 5 minutes.
In the first 5 minutes. That's pretty dang good.
There you go.
Pretty dang good, let me tell you what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, I'm glad that you're feeling better. I'm sad that you have to drink the elderberry root.
Well, it's not horrible. I've had to drink worse things. When I was a little kid, my mom used to make me take a tablespoon of cod liver oil every morning, for God's sakes.
Cod liver oil?
Yes, nastiest shit you ever had in your tasted in your life. Yeah. And now they have gel caps for it, but yeah, used to have to.
Have you shared it all?
What?
You shared everything on Facebook?
No, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, you rock.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You're on top of it.
Yeah.
You're super on top of it. We only have 2 people watching right now. So if you're out there watching, drop a like, a comment. Let us know what you're thinking, et cetera, et cetera. You want to talk about city council, school board? We did legislative, our first Barre Beat, Capital Beat. What'd you think?
I thought you guys did a great job. I really did.
Well, I appreciate that, of course.
I watched and listened, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally confused by most of it. I don't understand a lot of what's going on at all, and so having you guys talk about it is helpful. But even if you got a little bit more into the nuts and bolts, if you picked a couple of things that you talked about very specifically and really talked about what it is, because that was the only part of it for me where I got lost. I mean, I would really have to do my homework to know what you all were talking about last night.
Yeah.
And but that's what I'm hoping that we can all get from all of you. But it was your first show.
Correct.
And I know that that's what you're hoping too, is to hear from people like me that are going to say, you know, we would really love it if we got this information or that information from you.
And I appreciate that information that you just said, because I'm going to take that to heart, and we'll try to be a little bit more expository.
Yeah, I mean, it just, when you run through them, you all know what the bills are. You know, he was talking
Yeah.
about, you're talking about H41 or 30 this or 1 that, and I don't know what the hell any of that is.
True.
So,
Good point. Good point.
to understand, to get to where you're talking about, knowing that would be helpful.
Well, we'll definitely try to do that come the next time we do it. I'm not sure when we're going to do it next, but
Well, I'm hoping that you guys will do it at least once a month. Not going to lie.
I hope so too. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it, a couple times a month.
Yeah.
You never know. So, want to jump right into city council stuff?
Yes.
You do? You excited about it?
I don't know that I'm excited. I don't know that I ever get super excited about city council stuff, but I definitely I have like you, I have some concerns about some stuff that's on the agenda.
So, should we just start talking about that? Let's do oh man, I don't know if I want to say this.
What?
You ready? Let's just talk about the consent agenda.
Yes, please.
So
You go ahead and read it off.
2025 coin drop log. It's on there. You want to hear what we got?
Yes, I do.
So we got the Granite City Blast, Jordan Bergeron for that, which is Jordan's related to Jeff Bergeron, which, for those that don't know, Thursday night caucus meeting at 7 p.m. at Alumni Hall. Mm-hmm. Jeff Bergeron pushing the message, but I'm okay with that. You okay with that?
Absolutely. I'm totally okay with that.
I thought you would
Any
be.
day, any time, absolutely. Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I know. So then we've got we've got Granite City Blast, the project graduation that's on May 3rd. Granite City Blast is for April 5th, which it's going to be probably a little chilly for
Jeff
those
says
folks.
he's my son.
Jeff, oh, he is. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. There we go. See, Jeff is listening.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought, but I wasn't positive. I get confused.
We're going to
on
be
things.
lucky to have him.
Oh, yes, we are. Jeff's going to be coming on the show a lot, right? Yeah.
Yes, we hope
Yes,
so.
I hope so.
We hope so.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's
Just so you know, Jeff, you're welcome anytime you want to. Just pop in.
absolutely, yeah. And you don't even have to torment yourself with just Michael now. You can be tormented by me as well.
That's true. That's true. Then we got the Barre Community Baseball. That's going to be on June 7th. Mm-hmm. Then the American Legion is going to be on July 5th. And there's no Heritage Festival. There's no coin drop for the Heritage Festival.
Yep.
And then September 20th is the BC EMS PTO. So they're going to do a coin drop. Mm-hmm.
And I hope
feel
that they
like
are
that's
all very successful.
Yes.
I hope
oh,
they're
absolutely.
all as successful.
Well, they're all good charities.
Yes, absolutely. And I hope
Yeah,
they're all as successful as
very good.
Christmas for Kids was.
Absolutely. And
Because everybody deserves all of that.
this is true.
Yeah.
On 11/8 is the Barre Elks Club. And then on December 6th is Christmas for Kids. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, look at that. My email address is associated with that coin drop. I guess I'm going to have to be there tomorrow night.
I guess so.
Well, that's interesting. All right. Well, so there's that. Mm-hmm. So that's on the consent agenda. Well, let's talk about the big thing, right? We've got the clerk position. So the charter change, there's a change. So there's a potential charter change to make the clerk a appointed position. And a lot of
Right.
people have asked about, well, didn't we just do this last year? No. What we did was we separated the clerk from the treasurer. The treasurer position is more of a financial thing, whereas the clerk is more like political elections,
Right,
stuff
rules,
like that.
regulations, stuff like that.
Right. And so the question for the charter change would be if the council so approves to move forward, and they're not approving tomorrow night. I think they're just talking about it. The approval happens somewhere around March 4th, based on
Probably
warning
before or
periods.
after March 4th, though, because town
right.
meeting is.
Correct,
Right.
because of the way that town meeting falls on those days. The problem with appointing a clerk, and there's a few municipalities, a few communities that have done it, but the problem with appointing a clerk is then you're kind of beholden to who appoints you, right? So the way that it is right now is that the clerk's position is an independent position. It's not a a position that's it's an independent position. You are beholden to the people of Barre. Whereas if you're appointed, you're then beholden
To the council.
the council. And I personally would feel really uncomfortable with someone that's doing the elections being accountable to the council, especially if I'm not agreeing with the council. I mean, if I was in agreement with the council, well, okay, maybe we could have that conversation.
But therein lies the problem.
Right, exactly. It's like the national stuff, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, I can't believe he's doing this." Well, you gave him the power in the past, and that's the reason why he can do it now. Maybe if we didn't have so much federal control on things, and so anyway, that's national stuff. But
Right.
it's
But
the same
it works
type
the
of
same
thing,
sort of way.
right? I'd prefer to keep that as an independent position, and it's a little concerning that the council is thinking about trying to get that grab on that. To me, it just don't mess with the elections. My personal opinion.
Well, and I think that's the opinion of many.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
you know whose opinion I can't wait to see?
whose?
Carol Dawes.
Well, so there's a woman who, I mean, integrity and election integrity is a very big deal to her, and so I can't imagine that she's going to take any of that very lightly at all. I would love to know what she has to say.
I would love to know as well.
And so hopefully she attends and she lets us all know what her opinion is. That would be great to know the opinion of Carol. Just because I also think that because of her years in the city and the respect that she gained by so many, that her opinion will actually really matter. It will count for a lot, I believe.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. It'll be interesting. She's actually supposed to be there on Tuesday night. She's going to be doing a report on the TIF, which is...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she'll automatically be there. Unfortunately, the discussion on the charter changes is way at the end of the meeting. So we'll have to sit through that if she wants to opine on it.
Well, I mean, I'll sit through the whole damn meeting anyways. We should say there's a special meeting that starts at
Right.
5.
Correct.
And then make sure that it was all warned properly, just so everyone is aware. It was all warned properly that there's a special meeting from 5 to 6, and then the regular council meeting starts at 6. So you can sign in at 5 if you would like, but really it's not going to matter until 6 o'clock. That is when the actual warned city council meeting starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there's going to be the first warned meeting, or a second reading, sorry, of the open meeting law section of the ordinances, and that's a product of, the thing that happened 2, 3, 4 weeks ago with complaints about open meeting law violations. Whatever. When you're trying to undo a vote through the open meeting law,
Well,
I feel like there's a problem.
And I have to tell you that some of the people that crap about that or bring it up,
yeah.
have you watched their meetings? Have you watched some of these people's meetings that they hold, or in even chairs of, or former chairs of? And you watch these meetings and you go, holy shit.
Judge not that thou shalt be judged.
Right,
For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
Like the pot calling the kettle black here, big time.
Just a little bit.
It just it's laughable though that the pissing match is going to continue. I don't know. I can't imagine being that miserable on a daily basis with my life. I can't. That I have to.
I certainly have no right to judge, because I've absolutely, broken the open meeting laws, I'm sure, multiple times, and same thing.
And so that's the thing, and so have they. And that stuff happens, and
it does.
Like, why can't you just say oops? Yeah. So, Michael is being bothered by something.
I am being bothered by something.
You are?
Do you get the humidifier going on in here?
No.
What is that? Is that like this incense machine thingy?
I don't think so.
Something.
Oh, it might be the stuff that I had to use on the floor to get all the salt off.
Oh, that
today.
Could be it. Whew.
I had to use Simple Green, a magic eraser, and some other thing. So it could be that.
Oh, maybe.
To get all of the salt off the floor. Because it is still strong.
Yeah, it's very strong in here.
Yep. But it'll go away in a couple days.
On the agenda, there's also the lifting of all the waivers for the planning department. Mm-hmm. So that's, back in 2023, the first flood, we did some waivers on like electrical permits, and it waived the fees for the permits, and we did that because of the flood, and now we're lifting them. It looks like we're not lifting them. We're
putting them back in place.
Yeah, I guess it looks like it was a ratification of the decision. The next one is the ratification of. Sharon says she's glad that you're feeling better.
Thank you, Sharon.
There's ratification of appointment of HR administrator as ethics liaison. And then we've got the authorize the manager to execute the A&E Step 2 Headworks final design amendment. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be, that's for our, I'm assuming that's for our sewer treatment plant, which, as we all know, needs some love, and hopefully that will be helping out with, some of the problems with, the smell. This isn't offensive in here, but the smell from the
sewer plant is
definitely offensive.
I know a few people that live on Richardson Road or off of Richardson that would absolutely agree with that statement.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's going to fix it, but certainly will help with it.
It's progressing toward that.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
That is the goal. Yeah.
So really, there's not, and then of course he's going to bring up the budget survey, which I think they started in January 21st. Was it posted? It was posted a couple
I believe
times.
so, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that he's going to be doing the survey.
And it's on the city website and all of that stuff as well.
Not the results though.
No,
And,
no.
and they've closed the budget survey.
Mm-hmm.
So it was closed on Friday, I believe.
Yes, I think you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's about it for city council.
Well, yeah, so that's it for city council, but in the city, we have some big stuff happening this week. Thursday night is the caucus, as we know, for the Ward
Correct.
2 position, city council position. And some people call it my agenda. I'm not calling it my agenda. I'm calling it common sense. But you know, to get your butt out there and cast your vote for Jeff Bergeron. I mean, that's my take on it. This is Barre Beat. You can have whatever take you want because you know you have to stay in the middle, kind of thing. Well, you don't.
I don't have to stay in the middle.
No, we
I
can endorse anyway.
do you want me to? I mean,
And
Barre Beat endorses
Jeff Bergeron.
Jeff Bergeron.
Yeah, and so does 802 Scoop and the Inside Scoop Studio and me. You know, I invite all of my friends that live in Ward 2, anybody that we know in Ward 2, to please come to the caucus. It's important. It's important to have somebody in there that is highly respected, has a lot of integrity, has years of experience as a city council member, as a city employee. You know, when you talk about the infrastructure and the sewers, and there's a lot of big deal things coming up
Yep.
in the next couple of years that really need to be dealt with in a manner that he understands above a lot of
Yep.
and it's not we need experience right
We
now.
do.
We
We do.
desperately need experience. We can't have many more people coming to council meeting with their little booklet going, can you explain this or this or this? We need somebody to literally come in there, sit down, and know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and he certainly does. I mean, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it. I don't
And
know
he
how long
wants
he did
to
it, but
stay. I
did
mean,
it
he plans
back
to
in the
run in
90s.
May as well. So
Yeah, that too.
You know, that's a big deal. That he's not saying, you know, I'm going to jump out of retirement, and which, by the way, thank you for doing that, because who the hell does that, right? Who wants to come out of retirement for anything when you could hunt and golf and do all those other things, right? But to come out of retirement and say, I'm going to invest my time back into the city because I've lived here my whole life and I really want to help is a pretty big deal.
It is.
And so, yeah, and you know, people say what they'll want to say about, you know, the good old boys, and we got to get rid of the good old boys. No, we need the good old boys right now more than we've ever needed them before, really. Especially tonight, we were having a conversation before we came in with a local constituent, Ward 2, who is really concerned about the condition of the roads and, you know, wanting suggestions, wanting questions answered. Those are things that I believe that Jeff will be able to actually sit down and talk with people about and know what he's talking about. And that's going to be important.
It will be. I completely agree.
So go, Jeff.
Go Jeff Bergeron.
Yeah.
Joe Edson says, go Jeff Bergeron.
Yeah. So if you need a ride to the caucus, which is happening Thursday evening, the caucus starts at 7. I suggest people get there a bit early.
Ooh,
You're
yes.
going to need to come in, get in the building, up the stairs. You need to register. And then the people that intend to run, which we know are Jeff Bergeron and
Jamie Bauer.
Jamie Bauer. The two of them are the ones that we know of at the moment that plan to be there. So make sure that you are out there. And I think it's important that we say, too, that Jeff is an independent.
Yeah.
That he literally is somebody who, he's just that. He's independent. He's literally here and wants to do this for the love of the city and not one side or the other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's my pitch that I, will totally catch hell for making, but I don't care.
That's okay. You're not going to catch hell from anybody.
Yeah. Well, and if I do, Michael,
You don't really care.
no. Somebody actually, I posted it on the Barre, Vermont resident chat, my little post about Jeff. And somebody said, thanks for pushing your agenda. I said, you're welcome. No problem.
Anytime.
It's no different than posting on Front Porch Forum. That's what
That's
I don't
true.
understand, is that it's the Barre, Vermont resident chat, the Barre City resident chat. It's no different than Front Porch Forum. And they say, well, it's censored. Front Porch Forum is censored, like big time censored. I got banned from there. I had to go in there incognito, for God's sakes, because I got banned from there because I said something about Jake. And that was like a big no-no.
Don't do that.
No, God forbid. And so, I got banned. So,
Really?
Which is total crock.
Oh.
But, but we do that sometimes too on the chat page. We oust people once in a while. But some of them we allow to stay just because we find it's like it becomes entertainment and almost sport. Just saying.
We had a little bit of a camera issue. I do apologize.
We did.
We did. I
Oh,
fixed
well. Oh, is that
fixed
what
it.
that is? I can see the camera on the screen.
it. Yeah, sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Well, that's all right.
Things happen.
Well, that's what happens when you look like me. You just start breaking shit. But yeah. So, what else do we have going on?
We do have the school board meeting, so that's on Wednesday night,
Mm-hmm.
and there's going to be a budget informational session. So folks can either Zoom in or come and ask questions if you have questions. The budget was, I'll just give a little bit of a rundown of it. Originally, it started off, I think, somewhere around 7 or 8% through discussions, and it was some folks wanted 4%, some people wanted 8%, and through the discussions and going through the budget, we were able to get down to 4.95%. So
that's pretty good compromise.
That's a pretty good compromise.
Are we talking about huge increases in property taxes and all of that stuff over an amount like that?
So based on the AOE numbers, the Agency of Education sends us the LTWADM and the
Like all those
yield and,
whack ass
yes, all the crazy numbers, all the cuckoo
configurations that they come up with.
yes, all the funny numbers. Somebody had made a comment about, their fake students, right? When they were talking about it. It's a weighting thing. They weight certain students more. It's more expensive to educate this child than it is this child.
Right.
Right. And that's what the fake numbers are, phantom students. Because we technically have 2,200 students, but we're like, according to the weighting model, we have like 3,700, somewhere around there. And that's just the formula. Because it costs a little bit more money to educate, people that are low income, right? And we certainly have a very large share of that here in our community. Because it comes with trauma, and that's just the way that it is. But
right, so there's extra supports and stuff needed.
Correct.
And those supports can go either way. They can go like that they need extra help, maybe a one-on-one in the classroom, maybe a different way of being educated even.
Right.
There's the school and on the high school side of things, what is help me think of the word. What do they call it? They don't call it vocational anymore.
Oh, the career centers.
The career center.
CTE, I think.
Right. There are different ways that school is taught now as well.
Right.
And education fits everyone.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. So that's we're looking at for an increase. There is no increase based on the numbers from AOE.
Well,
for
that's
Barre
always
City.
good news.
Yeah. For Barre City, it's actually going to be a 0.003 decrease, according to the AOE numbers. And for Barre Town, I think it's a 2-cent decrease.
Nice.
Yep.
So and we have elections coming up for them too.
Correct.
For school board
and-
seats.
Yep. So we have so Terry's seat is up, Nancy's seat is up, and Sonia's seat is up. Sonia is not running again. This is her last time. She's been on the school board for over a decade. I want to say like 14 years.
I invited my first candidate.
Oh, did you?
Yes. I invited Jackie Wheeler to come in here and
Did
do an
you?
interview with me. I said, no, Michael, just me and you, one-on-one. And so I haven't heard back from her yet.
doesn't trust me?
I'm really, no, I mean, that's what I offered it
Yeah.
as. I said, no, Michael, just me and you, one-on-one. And just because you should stay out of those interviews.
I should.
And so, but I hope that she does. I'm really looking forward to talking to her. I like her a lot. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a secret that her sign will be on my lawn for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you could always pull in Sarah Rollins to
help out with
help.
that. Yeah, very true.
I'm sure she would definitely help you out with
I'm sure
questions
she
and
would.
stuff.
So, well, I have a bunch of my own. So,
well, never
yeah.
mind.
Either way, I'm good. But
Yeah.
those are coming up as well.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
We have a lot to
So-
think about between now, because those are not in May. Those are in March. When we vote for the budget,
Correct.
is when we vote for the school board seats that are,
Correct.
which is like literally weeks away.
Yeah, it's
For the candidates, school
less
board
than a month
candidates.
away.
So
it's
start doing your
terrible.
homework, people.
Yeah, it's terrible that because I hate the fact that the election period from announcing to like actually getting the position it's like 3-4 weeks. I mean, it's really short, and I wish it wasn't as short. So Joe Edson says that I should be president and you should be vice president
Of what?
of the United States.
Oh, just imagine that.
It would be a benevolent
Joe,
dictator.
have you been up to the VFW? Just asking.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
think
if
that's
he's
where-
tossed a few back, that may be why he has this opinion.
he's he does say bring back shop classes, which I would agree with that. So anyway,
Absolutely.
we've got Terry Rail in Barrytown running against is it Ian Good something. I can't remember his name. And then we've got Nancy LeClaire versus Jackie Wheeler, and that's the at-large position. So people for Barre City and Barrytown will be voting. And then in Barre City, there's Sarah Hellman and
Something
Jeff
Eddy. Yeah,
Jeff Eddy. So
And Jeff Eddy is like very, 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 very new to the city, correct?
I think he moved here. I think he moved here sometime in December, but he may have family. I don't know what his roots are here. He looks really familiar, and I don't know.
Well, and he teaches at Twinfield, I believe.
Correct. So he's a teacher. Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be the options for school board, and then of course you'll have to vote on the budget. So
Yeah,
exciting.
lots coming up.
There is a lot of things coming up. And for those that are watching, if you want to be on the Barre Beat and interview, just reach out to Raylene.
Yeah,
No, you can reach out to me. It's
yeah,
fine.
you can message Barry Beat because
Yeah.
either way you're going to get me anyways.
This is
because I
probably
answer
true.
all of this stuff.
That is true.
For the most part. So if you email or message the page,
Yeah.
802 Scoop or Barry Beat, we'll get you in here and sit you down and talk to you. Any of the board candidates, anybody that wants to come in and talk about the budget. Now, the superintendent has been offering meetings, coffee and conversation. I think she was it today or is it tomorrow? The one at the library, the one that's happening at the library this time. I've been posting them anyway. But so if you have comments or questions or concerns about the budget, you can bring them there to these meetings.
Yep.
Hopefully, she does consider having one, maybe two in the evening, because a lot of people work during the day, and I've seen that comment a whole lot on the posts that we've done, where people are just really upset that how are they supposed to, are they supposed to leave work for a couple of hours to attend these sessions, and where it's a great idea, it's not very convenient, and it can be costly for some.
Yeah. And that's
to
the reason
attend.
why Wednesday night you can come for the budget informational meeting.
Right. So if you go to and if you can't attend in person,
You
there's
can
always
always
Zoom
watch
link.
it later.
Yeah, and there's Zoom link, and so you can tune in live or you can watch it later. So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
I think that's it.
I do too.
I think that's it.
I think that's we bundled it all right in there.
Yeah, we did.
Super quick. And look, and we even had a meeting.
We did.
We had meetings tonight before we came in, and we still managed to, get it all
right.
out there.
Awesome.
Unless, do we have anything else that we need to talk about that's
I
going
don't
on
think
in
so.
the city?
I mean, we could talk about legislature stuff, but that's just a bunch of boring stuff.
Right, and it's over our heads. So, except, hey, for really quick though, seriously, we have several seats. We have three seats available in May for City Council.
Yep.
In Ward 1, 2,
Two, and
and
three.
3. And Jeff is going to hopefully
two, so it
get
doesn't
2.
matter.
So really there's 1
Ward
and 3.
1 and 3.
But we need some good strong candidates. We need some
Yep.
people that, we know that the times that we're in right now are super critical. We have a bunch of committees with open seats as well in the city. And, now is like a really, really good time to get involved. If you're able to get involved, get involved. And
Yep.
if nothing else, attend the meetings, know what's happening, so that when you go to the polls, that you're voting accordingly, and that you really know what the hell's happening around here. And because a lot of people don't. And I mean, when you're talking to people, some people will go, "What? When did that happen? Or when did that start?" And hello, you have to tune in at some point. You have to be willing to tune in and know that you're not going to get every bit of your information from me, from Michael, from the Times-Argus, or from Porch Forum. You can't possibly get all of your information from those places. You need to be informed and make
Yep.
your own informed decisions. And so attending these things, getting involved is super important. And so, if you think you have the time and you have the answers and the know-how and the stamina to join City Council, Ward 1 and 3,
It's not that much stamina. Although the
I don't know.
meetings
Lately, I mean, the shit that goes on. I mean, oh my gosh, I would just be ripping my hair out. All I have to say is, no. So now, see, you
Nope.
make me talk more.
All right. No, we're gonna stop.
No,
We're
we
gonna
have
stop?
to. We can't stop. We have to say this one thing.
What
Okay.
what's this we? You got a little mouse in your pocket?
Yes.
Am I gonna have to delete this?
No. Hey, you're the one that said last night.
Oh my goodness! Why would you?
You
I
said
said fudge.
fuck.
I
You
was
said
saying
fuck.
fudge.
You
I
said,
did not say.
Yes, you
I
did.
did
The only
not.
thing you were
I did
missing is
not.
the very final of it all. You
I
did
said
not.
fudge.
You so
I
did
said
not.
fudge.
I was laughing so
I
hard.
was saying fudge.
I was like, yes, and I'm not even there. And it was so perfect.
I was
I
angry.
just died laughing.
I was angry.
So,
and it was a good cause angry. I'm
anyways,
just saying.
we have been in a really weird situation as far as council and the objective and the agenda for a little while now. And so when you start talking about infrastructure and fixing the roads and doing this and doing that, and you're shitting all over the mayor who has only been there a very short time, who is still under the umbrella of the same shit that we've been dealing with for 3 years. That's what I'm talking about when you start thinking about upcoming elections and who's going to run and who's going to support the things that we want done and that we need done. Who's going to support the common sense
I'll say
stuff?
this.
You know?
The North End looks like the North End currently because we have a council that's not supporting, a vision for the future on
Exactly.
it. But that's okay.
They haven't for several years now.
Correct.
And so you can't
But we talk about let's just be very frank about it. I mean, Tom. I mean, I know that some people didn't like the plan that the conceptual art.
Right.
It's
it wasn't even a plan.
conceptual.
It was conceptual. It was an idea, not a plan.
Right. It's a conceptual art to spark conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly wasn't going to. There was. When I was city councilor, it was no way in hell would I kick people out of their houses. I mean, and we can't even do it anyway.
Right.
You can't do it according to state law because, as my understanding, state statute does not allow for development. So that was never going to happen. But you look at the areas that are devastated with flood, people are not living there, or the business is just shuttered. Those were the opportunities, and he was pulling in big people such as the governor to help out, and it just feels like that's kind of stalled.
And it was getting poo-pooed, though.
Correct.
The way that the governor, what he was met, they talk about the arrogance and apologies that should be made. The arrogance and disrespect that the governor was met with that night was absolutely embarrassing.
It was very sad.
Continued to be for quite some time. So it just, there.
We have
lots
the
of people
potential
agree,
to do better.
We do have the potential to do a lot better. Yeah. But just like we needed to change things in the state, to have supported measures, we need to do the same sort of thing here in the city, or we're just going to keep in the same path that we're on right now, which is dead in the water, talking about things that a whole lot of us think are just ridiculous. Yeah. So we need to be really common sense about, especially because there is funding there. There's money there right now. And so let's get it spent wisely on the things that are really going to keep us together and whole. And does that necessarily mean building a bunch of affordable housing or, low-income housing or any? No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could mean making sure that right now that we're building up our infrastructure and doing the things that can support moving forward.
Yeah.
But now I'll shut up.
All right. Raylene has spoken.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody for watching. We're going to close up shop early tonight. And we'll see you on Thursday, I'm pretty sure pretty sure
Yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday.
For the wrap. And of course, we've got the four quarters on Wednesday.
4 quarters on Wednesday.
And do you have a show tomorrow?
Nope, not tomorrow. So starting next Tuesday,
Okay.
I'll start doing the It's No Secret again. I have several different guests. We have Vermont Recovery Day coming up on the 19th, so I'll be in Montpelier. I'll probably end up seeing you on the 19th.
Okay.
I'll be there with some people from the Department of Corrections, as well as Turning Point Center, the Emergency Department, and several other people in the community for Recovery Day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we might see the Right Side Up playing tomorrow.
Yes.
Mike was all by himself, so he went solo. And then, of course, Thursday, like I said, the wrap, and then Vermont Daily Chronicle on Friday.
On Friday, yes.
So
So pack them in. And if you want to do a podcast, reach out. We'd love to have
absolutely.
you.
And oh no, we will not do a show on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait,
No,
hold
but
up.
I will.
Oh, you
I
will.
I'm going to
Okay.
go live outside. Probably not. I probably will not go inside unless I'm allowed to. I would like to at least hear Jeff and.
I mean, you could
Can
set
you
it
tell me
up.
the woman's name again? I'm sorry.
Jamie Bauer.
Jamie. So I would at least like the two of them to hear their announcement or whatever, and maybe go live again at the end for the results, because we find out the results
Correct.
that very
Yep.
night, and so I would like to be up at the caucus. So that was my plan. That's
Yep.
why I said yes. We will
So
be.
I do
live on
apologize. We will
Thursday.
not have a weekly wrap, but we
Right.
will. But
We'll
see
do the Thursday
Jeff
show.
Bergeron on Thursday night. All right.
Yes. Yoo-hoo. Go, Jeff.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for watching the Barre Beat podcast live from Inside Scoop Studios, Main Street, Barre, Vermont. We hope that you have a lovely day, and we'll see you later.